Hi, this is Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the fourth part of making this journal. And in first part we made the cover. Second tutorial was cutting the pages. And in the third one I was showing you how I was decorating the pages. And then off camera I went ahead and sewed all the fabrics and all the extras to the pages. So today we are going to finish the cover basically, and also sew in the signatures. So that's going to be in this video. So let me put this aside for now because we don't need it now. So first thing I'm going to do is, there are a couple things you can do with the cover. So I'm going to check how the fabric is. See, it's sticking out a little bit here, so I'm going to add some extra glue, just tiny bit. Okay, maybe a little bit here. This is pretty good. And see, when I was making the cover, I already knew that I would be adding something extra here. So I didn't care much that the tape was sticking out here or here. So do I want to do this first? Okay, let's do this first. So I picked, you can either pick pom-pom trim, or here I have the rickrack, and this beautiful shiny blue color I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to add this. You could do lace, you could do ribbon, you could do washi. So I'm going to go around with the trim. So here is where it starts. So I want to basically do it here first on this side, and then I'll flip it around and I finish on the other side. So for this I'm using just the 3-in-1 adhesive glue, and I'm covering the rickrack with the glue. You can also do it on surface other than the journal like I'm showing right now, because the glue can get on the journal. So now I'm going to be very careful how I do this, because I want this to be pretty perfect. See, this rickrack is kind of difficult to work with because it's more resilient. And first of all, I can't see much because my window is blocked right now. So this rickrack is difficult to work with. That's my cat. Muffin! So you just need to give it some time. See, I got a little glue here. I'll try to fix that. But that's because the light I'm working at, it's not great. Like, I wish, the way I'm recording it, I have my phone sitting on a long ruler on top of boxes on both sides. So the boxes on this side are entirely blocking my light from the window. So this is why I can't see very well. So you will probably see better than I see. And right now I'm trying to get rid of the excess glue that I got on because I can't see very well. But this glue, as I mentioned before in one of my tutorials, is very forgiving. Muffin! So now I'm going to glue this part and see how this this rickrack is difficult to work with. It's not the regular one that I'm using usually, but this one is pretty, so this is why I wanted to use this one. So you just have to be very patient with it. Like, see, I'm patient because you hear the cat. So he wants to go outside, but he's not allowed unless he's going with me, and he's sitting right next to me because he's running downstairs, and I don't want my cats outside really. So hopefully after this video I'll have deserved glass of wine, so I might go sit with him. He's not a very patient cat. Okay, so now I'm trying to see and kind of follow the pattern right here. So I want this piece to be going exactly here, so you kind of see, you will still see it, but not as much. Maybe the other glue will be better with this particular rickrack. I never have issues with this glue. You can still see it. That's okay. When you do, when it bothers you, you can try to make it higher or lower, and then cover it with either a pocket or a flower or something, if that bothered you. Yes, I'm just going to press on it with my hands, as you can see, and just be patient with it. I think that this hobby is for rather patient people, to be honest with you. So let me see it. Yeah, this is how it looks on this side. And now I'm going to work on the other one on the back. Could go on this, but I like to do it on the rickrack, but maybe with this particular one it's easier to do it here. So see, sometimes you just have to try what works. And this is moving, so you need to be, you just need to have more patience. See, it's already coming off. Such a pretty rickrack, and so difficult to work with. Look at that coming off. Time consuming. It is, as you can see, it is time consuming project, and selecting the paper takes time unless you're picking up whatever, but if you're really thinking about the pattern and you want certain things in the journal, then it really extends the time of the process. And then, you know, the more you add to it, the more you play with it, the more time it takes. And then it took me probably around half an hour for the for sewing all the things to the pages. Yeah, probably good half an hour. So after this project is done, today's tutorial I mean, then there's going to be one more video, and that's going to be making tassel, making maybe some charms and embellishments, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to have a closure for this journal, so maybe you can let me know in the comments if you would like to see this journal with a closure or without it, but we will get to it at the end of the video too. So, and right in here, oh, can barely see. So here, I'm trying to hide the fabric. I wish I could speed it up, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to do this. But at least you can see everything. Okay. So here it is, front and back. Now, what I want to do, I want to add tassel attachment. So make sure you're doing it on the top of the journal, not at the bottom. Like many times I have to double check if I'm doing right. So I'm basically eyeballing and somewhere in the middle. I use the crocodile, as you can see. And I make this hole a little bigger with my scissors because it's making the hole not big enough. And then I'm getting eyelet and the other side for the eyelet. And I'm putting it in the hole. I'm trying not to have any fabric here sticking out. And then I'm using the crocodile again. This isn't really a tutorial on how to do this, it's just showing the process of making a journal. Okay, there it is. Now next thing is I'm going to prepare my spine template. So what I'm doing, this is my, this is regular copy paper. That's just my leftover from printing labels. So here's my spine. I marked it right there. And I'm going to cut the paper just where the dot is. And then I'm going to check the height. And the height is here. I'm actually going to use this again. So that's my spine right here. So next thing I'm doing is I'm folding this in half. But you just would need to be precise. You can even put, see, this isn't straight. This could be top. You don't have to do this, but in case this was in the center and then you switch around, it wouldn't, the signatures wouldn't be sewn in at the same height. Then I fold, I don't measure, just whatever, and then I flip it and I do it again, and this tells me the height, or the, what's the word? This is basically the line, these are the lines where I'll be poking the holes for the signatures. So my half, I'm trying to find the half now. So I'm again folding it in half. And you know, this might not make sense to some people, but this is how I do it. And I've been doing this for years, and it works for me. This is my center. Now, if you had five signatures or 3 signatures, it would be much easier, right? But we just need to find equal, let's say, I don't want to go too far from the cover, right? From here. So let's say I do it here, so then I put, so I'm putting those, I'm marking here where I want to poke the signature. So I do it on the same level, same distance, same, I don't really measure with anything else. Now I'm going to make 2 more, and I need to make sure that these dots will be in same distance from each other. This is pretty perfect to me. So see, that's the way I do it, and it works for me. Now, see, these are basically at the same distance from each other. So here again, I see how far I am from the center. So I'm somewhere here, maybe a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. And this is the way I do it. So it might look weird, but this is how I do it. These are my poking points. So now I'm taking this, I think it's called styrofoam, and it's very difficult for me to see how I'm doing it because of the light and stuff, but this is, I basically put it right in the center. So I check when I close it, and I check on this side when I close it. I check if it's straight from both sides, okay? Now let me look at it. Yeah, this looks, yeah, that's how I like it. Now what I'm doing without moving it, I put it down. I take one of my poking tools and I poke the holes. And you know, you're going through chipboard and you're going through fabric and you're also going through glue. And this is difficult for me to do it because I can't really look on top of it because I have my camera there. So I think I moved it. Let me see. Well, this might not be perfect because it's difficult to do it on camera, but let's finish it. I just wanted to show you how I make my template and also how I poke it. As you can see, I'm almost out of breath, or as you can hear. Whew, okay, so hopefully this will be straight enough. So you see my holes? Probably can't see them on this side. Now, next thing, so this is basically pretty much ready. I'm taking the threads, or you can use twine, whatever I'm going to be using for sewing the signatures in or with. So I'm taking double and my scissors. I really hope this video makes sense. Okay. So get this ready before you start poking holes through the signatures. So have this handy. Now also I wanted to mention the needles that I have. They came with this kit. It was from Amazon, so I got a lot of needles here, and these are great. I love these needles, and they came with all sorts of things, as you can see. And I picked this particular kit because it had what I needed, and the other ones were too expensive, and they had things that I didn't need. So this one worked for me best. So I'm taking first signature, and I'm kind of trying to make the pages, the ones that are the same height, at the same what? Just to look straight, basically. At the same level, maybe. So see, like this one is the same height, right? Same height. And then the ones that are not the same height, that are a little shorter, you want to position them the way you want them to be in a journal. You don't want to have everything on the same, you don't want everything on the top or at the bottom. You somehow want to be, these are actually the same height, so this isn't difficult, except for this one here. This one I want to have in the middle. So I'm folding it, and I'm still trying to make it straight, right? So now the next thing I do, and again, this is very difficult for me because I can see, but I'm putting it down. I'm taking this is my top, this is my bottom, and I'm putting it right in the middle. So a little bit is sticking out here, a little bit sticking out there, and I am poking the holes. I think I just moved it. You want to be very precise with this. You want to poke the holes let me see, right here. You want to make sure that the holes are right on the spine. You don't want them on sides, because then it's not going to look great. Then I'm taking my cover, taking this thing out, and this is why my needle is ready and waiting for me. And I go through the middle. This is the 3 pamphlet stitch, and I go to the top. Okay, and it's important not to sew the signatures in upside down, and that happens a lot, trust me. And then I go through this one, and when you're here, you might consider yourself accomplished because you already went through all these holes in the signatures. So back here, back through this, and next thing I do, see one, let me see this, one side of the thread is on this side of this thing here. One side is here and the other side is here. They're on both sides of this. Now you want to check if there is no bulging, if the thread is straight and looking good. And then you make a knot. Then I make another knot in the other direction. And in case this wasn't, something was wrong with it, I can still untie it. I will just use this, or you can use a needle and you can untie it and redo it. So that's my first signature, and I do the same thing with all the other signatures. So I get myself the needle ready first. And I take another signature, the same thing. I check if there are, see like this, let's go. This one I want a little lower, like somewhere here. This one I want a little higher, maybe here. Because the way you position the papers now, the way you will have it in a journal. Okay? And same thing, taking my template, I am putting it straight down, very straight, and then as much on top as on the bottom, and I do the same thing. So you have it on the spine. And I take my needle through the middle, check one more time if I'm not upside down. And through the top. You have to be rather quick with this. So when you hold it, the papers, see like right now, my papers got moved tiny bit. So I just have to guide the needle through the pages. And that happens, so I'm just going to take piece by piece and fix the issue. I'm going to pull on these two sides of the thread, and this should solve my problem. And then I go through, let's see, didn't really solve my issue here. that happens, it's also terrible light. I can't even see it. It's right here. See, when you have good light, then it's a different story too. And then you go through the bottom. And back, middle. And through the pages. See the signature. I'm glad that happened, so you can actually see that it's not the end of the world. You just have to go basically one by one, or see, this is where my needle is, so I go back through all of this. Check if it's looking good, and then I make one knot and another. Now, third signature. So we're here. Pages. Really quick check if the pages are in the right spot. This is pretty good. This could be a little higher, and this could be here. Very difficult to do it when I'm recording. Okay. Yeah, right on the spine. This usually goes fast, so this doesn't really take much time. Other things take, well, you know, everything takes time really. See, this one went quick. Bottom and back. And done. Pull it so it's not too loose. And one and two and done. Of course, you can leave these strings here longer and add charms to them if you want to. You can be very creative with this. Okay. And the last one, again. See, this is a little too high. I have to make a little lower. This also went too high up. This is good. This too. This I want a little higher. Then the heart needs to be a little higher too. Just make sure you have it the way you want it. and same thing. Same height, same distance from the top as it is from the bottom. Yeah, right on the spine. Muffin? Muffineczku? Muffin came to me. And through the back. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can see it. I think I will have to do same as with the second signature, but that also happens because I can't see very well, so don't worry about this. But if you do have this issue, then go one by one and you will be fine, because you have the holes right there. They just slightly moved. This is why people, some people use clips or paper clips or something to clip it and hold it in place. I don't do it. But you definitely could do it, so the pages don't move. But if they do, you can just, what you need to do, you just need to work one by one, basically. So where is my needle? Here, okay, so it's right here. We're almost done here. So just make sure that you get these two strings and these two strings, because it's double, on the same side. I mean on the other different sides of this thread right here. And that's it. I always put the needle in this so I don't lose it. The styrofoam is all over the place, but that's okay. And the last thing I wanted to do, see this? It's like, maybe I could do like a moon or something. There it is, like this. So some glue. And let me see if I can, I need to do it like this so I see what I'm doing, so I don't glue it. So it's right here. I just had to take it closer to my eyes. Okay, so that's it for today. Let's see what we accomplished. So we added the trim here on both front and back. Then we added tassel attachment. Here are, so I forgot to show you the signatures that we just sewed in. And then we add a little thing here. That's the back. 4 signatures. So I'm not going to go through this right now because I'm going to make a flip through video when I already have ephemera added to it. So that's going to be, so for this journal it's going to be basically 2 more videos. One is going to be making tassel, making maybe some embellishments for the sides, and then the last video will be flip through of the completed project. Let me know if you want to, if you would like some type of closure, like for example seam binding. So we would need to make a hole here, hole at the back, and then so you could tie it. So that's it for today. I hope this made sense, more or less. I mean, this is the way I do it. So if you didn't like something, then you have to forgive me. This is just the way I do it. And that's my process of making these journals. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.